Are you tired of feeling like you have endless options in the personal care industry, only to realize that most of these options are controlled by a select few conglomerates? What if we told you that the web of ownership and influence in this industry is much more complex than you ever imagined? What's even more concerning is that these conglomerates share common investors, giving them even more power over the products we use every day. From what we put on our bodies to what we consider beautiful and important, these conglomerates have a significant impact on our lives. Let's take a closer look at the illusion of choice and explore the hidden forces that shape our decisions in an industry that has a significant impact on our daily lives. This is information that you won't find in the mainstream media, so buckle up and get ready for a wild ride. In the world of personal care, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer number of brands and products available. But what if we told you that the industry is largely controlled by just 7 conglomerates who hold more than 90% of the sector's power and influence in a $528 billion worldwide market in 2022? These companies own some of the most popular brands in the world, making it difficult to avoid their reach. But what lies beneath the surface of these conglomerates? Take Johnson & Johnson, for example. With a net sales figure of $95 billion in 2022, the company is one of the largest personal care conglomerates in the world. They own popular brands like Neutrogena, Aveeno, Clean & Clear, and Listerine. However, the company has faced a multitude of controversies over the years, including lawsuits over harmful ingredients like talc and accusations of testing on animals. One of the most notable controversies is their use of talc in their baby powder. In 2020, the company announced that it would stop selling talc-based baby powder in the United States and Canada, citing declining sales and heightened consumer concerns about safety.
Put no more tears on the label.
But it does make you cry.
I know.
A trusted brand used in homes all across America for decades.
Talc product causes ovarian cancer.
Citing declining sales and heightened consumer concerns about safety. The talc-based baby powder controversy started back in the 1970s, when studies suggested that talc could be linked to ovarian cancer. Since then, individuals who allege that using Johnson & Johnson's talc-based products caused them to develop cancer have filed thousands of lawsuits against the company. In April 2023, the company proposed to pay $8.9 billion to settle lawsuits to resolve all the current and future talc claims. Despite these controversies, Johnson & Johnson remains a powerful force in the personal care industry, with a vast array of products and a loyal consumer base. Let's take a closer look at Procter Gamble Co., also known as P&G. With net sales of $80.2 billion in 2022, P&G is another industry giant that owns a wide range of personal care brands like Olay, Pantene, SK-II, Head & Shoulders, Old Spice, Gillette, and Oral-B. It's hard to deny the company's dominance in the market. However, P&G has faced criticism for its use of harmful ingredients and testing on animals, raising concerns about its responsibility to ensure its products are safe and ethical. In 2010, P&G was criticized for using a chemical called triclosan in its products, which has been linked to environmental and health concerns. While the company eventually phased out the use of triclosan, the controversy raised questions about its commitment to safety and transparency. In 2011, P&G and Unilever were both involved in a price-fixing scandal for conspiring to raise the cost of laundry detergents, resulting in a $456 million fine from the European Commission. These controversies are not unique to P&G, but they do raise important questions about the hidden forces that shape the personal care industry. Unilever is a name that's synonymous with personal care products. With reported total sales of €60.1 billion in 2022, Unilever controls some of the most recognizable brands in the world, including Dove, Axe, Lux, Lifebuoy, Vaseline, Pond's, and Sunsilk. But behind the glossy packaging and enticing scents lies a disturbing history of accusations of environmental and social irresponsibility. The company has faced numerous allegations of using harmful ingredients that can affect human health and the environment. as well as testing on animals. In 2016, Unilever's subsidiary, Hindustan Unilever, was accused of dumping toxic mercury waste in the town of Kodaikanal, India, which led to protests by workers and activists. The incident raised concerns about the company's commitment to environmental and social responsibility. Unilever eventually settled with the workers for an undisclosed sum and committed to cleaning up the site. Unilever has also been fined for price fixing on personal products between 2002 and 2007 by the Belgian Competitive Authority and the French regulator for €29.1 million and €172.5 million respectively, fueling skepticism from consumers. L'Oreal, the world's largest cosmetics company, has an undeniable influence on women and their beauty routines. With its prestigious image and a vast portfolio of personal care brands, including Garnier, Maybelline, L'Oréal Paris, and Lancôme, it's no wonder that L'Oréal's revenue reached €38.26 billion in 2022. However, their aggressive marketing tactics and massive scale have given them an unfair advantage over smaller, independent brands, and they have faced criticism for it. L'Oréal has also been fined for price fixing in France, along with 13 other companies, with the highest share of fines at €189.5 million. Besides, L'Oréal has faced allegations of using carcinogenic ingredients in their products and testing on animals, which has caused outrage among consumers. In 2013, L'Oréal was fined €30,000 by a French court for using false advertising to promote their anti-wrinkle cream, which they claimed contained genius stem cells. Despite their impressive success, L'Oréal's practices have come under scrutiny, and it remains to be seen whether they will make a genuine commitment to safety and ethical standards. Colgate Palmolive Company is a name that's extremely close to our daily lives, with brands like Colgate, Darlie, Palmolive, Seed Stick, and Soft Soap in its extensive portfolio. Despite its down-to-earth feeling, the company has faced criticism for using controversial ingredients and testing on animals, which has sparked outrage among consumers. The company's net sales figures of $17.9 billion in 2022 suggest that its immense power and influence remain unchecked. The allegations of using harmful ingredients in its products and testing on animals have raised serious questions about the company's commitment to safety and ethical practices. The Estee Lauder conglomerate, with personal care brands including Clinique, Estee Lauder, MAC, and Bobbi Brown, holds a stranglehold on the market. Their net sales of $17.7 billion in 2022 suggests they have an insurmountable advantage over smaller, independent brands. However, the company has faced criticism over its use of harmful ingredients and animal testing. A consumer advocacy group sued Estee Lauder in 2018 for allegedly falsely marketing some of their products as organic or all-natural when they actually contained synthetic ingredients. Estee Lauder was also fined $1.1 million in 2018 for gender discrimination against male employees who were seeking to take advantage of the company's paid parental leave policies. Despite these controversies, Estee Lauder remains a dominant force in the personal care industry, with a loyal customer base and a robust portfolio of brands. Shiseido Co. Limited is a Japanese personal care conglomerate that owns various brands, including Shiseido, NARS, Tory Burch, and Clé de Peau Beauté, and reported net sales of 1.042 trillion yen in 2021. Despite its fame and success, Shiseido has faced criticism for its use of harmful ingredients and animal testing, just like many other conglomerates. In 2015, the Japan Fair Trade Commission fined Shiseido $1.7 million for engaging in price fixing with other personal care companies. In 2017, the Taiwan Fair Trade Commission fined Shiseido $1.5 million for violating fair trade laws in their pricing and distribution practices. These issues have let down customers and raised questions about the company's commitment to safety and ethical practices. These conglomerates hold an enormous amount of power and influence over the personal care industry, allowing them to engage in unethical practices like price fixing, the use of harmful ingredients, and animal testing. However, consumers have the power to demand transparency and ethical practices from these companies and to support smaller, independent brands that prioritize safety and ethical standards. I believe when most people buy personal care products, we rarely or never check the labels to ensure the ingredients used in those products are going to give us a desired outcome or whether they are beneficial to us. You may not know this, but the personal care products you use every day, such as shampoo, lotion, and makeup, may contain harmful chemicals that can have serious consequences for your health. Did you know that the regulations that require personal care companies to disclose all the ingredients in their products are not as strict as they seem? This means that any chemical, no matter how beneficial or harmful, can be used as an ingredient. Some of these chemicals have been linked to cancer, reproductive issues, and other health problems. It's a startling fact that regulations requiring personal care companies to disclose all ingredients on product labels can still be misleading or incomplete. In the United States, the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, mandates cosmetic products to list its ingredients in descending order of predominance, along with the International Nomenclature of Cosmetic Ingredients (INCI) system. But even with these regulations, labels can still be a labyrinth of confusing and misleading information, making it difficult for consumers to navigate their way to truly safe and ethical products. There are also regulations in other countries and regions, such as the European Union, that require personal care companies to list all ingredients on their product labels. These regulations vary depending on the country or region, but they generally require that all ingredients be listed using the INCI system. If you have read the label on your personal care products, you may have noticed that some of the ingredients are listed as fragrance or perfume. These terms are often used as a way to hide harmful chemicals that companies don't want you to know about. In fact, many countries do not require companies to list all the ingredients in their products, making it difficult to know what you are really putting in. It's important to note that there are some exceptions to the ingredient listing requirement, such as for fragrances or trade secrets. Other exceptions are incidental ingredients, which are ingredients that are present in the final product at very low levels and do not have a technical or functional effect on the product. Also, fragrances may be listed as fragrance or parfum on the label without disclosing the specific ingredients that make up the fragrance. In fact, unsubstantiated claims are also allowed. Have you ever seen a personal care product that claims to be all natural or organic? Unfortunately, these claims are often unsubstantiated and are used as a marketing ploy to make you believe that the product is safe and healthy. In reality, there are no regulations that require companies to provide evidence to support these claims. Therefore, if the products contain only a tiny bit of organic ingredients where the rest do not, they can claim themselves as organic, all natural, or eco-friendly. As for safety testing, there are simply no requirements for the safety testing of products or ingredients. This means that many products on the market have not been tested for potential health risks. In fact, many of the chemicals used in personal care products have not been tested for long-term effects on human health. The cost of testing and R&D is so huge that most companies prefer to spend their budget on marketing instead. As such, it's estimated that the average person puts over 100 chemicals on their skin every day. Many of these chemicals are harmful and can lead to serious health issues. In fact, studies have shown that some of the chemicals found in personal care products can accumulate in the body and may be linked to cancer, reproductive issues, and other health problems. The way to help yourself is to try your best to read the labels. When reading ingredient listings, note that the ingredients with the highest concentrations appear first. If you have any doubts about an ingredient, trust your instincts or visit the EWG Skin Deep website for more information. Event certification doesn't guarantee safety and depends on the regulatory bodies in different countries. You might have come across goods that have received certification from a number of agencies, such as the USDA or the Soil Association. While these certifications can be a helpful guide, they do not guarantee the safety of the product. In addition, the regulations for these certifications vary from country to country, making it difficult to know what standards the product has actually met. The personal care industry may not be as safe and regulated as you think. Companies use misleading marketing tactics, and there's a lack of regulations, leaving consumers unsure of what they're putting on their skin. We hope this information has shed light on the industry's dark truth and encourages you to be more cautious with the personal care products you use or the companies you support. As we delve deeper into this complex web of power and influence, the revelations become even more astonishing. Brace yourselves, for what we are about to uncover will shake the very foundations of your understanding of the world's economic landscape. It is a little-known fact that behind the facade of these conglomerates lie only 4 dominant players. Yes, you heard that right. 4 hold the reins of power over some of the largest corporations on the planet. The magnitude of their control is truly staggering, and yet most people remain blissfully unaware. The Vanguard Group Incorporated, BlackRock Incorporated, State Street Corporation, and BlackRock Investment Management UK Limited hold a significant share in each of these conglomerates, ranging from 8.6% to 3 and 4% respectively. When you add up their combined sharing, it ranges from 10 to 30% in each conglomerate. What does this mean for consumers? It means that regardless of the personal care product you purchase, a portion of the profit is going to these investors. They have a significant influence over the industry and can sway decisions that affect the products we use every day. Their power extends beyond the personal care industry and into other sectors such as finance, energy, and technology. While some argue that having a small group of investors control the market brings stability and profitability, it also limits competition and choice. The concentration of power in the hands of a few is always a cause for concern. It's up to consumers to be aware of who's controlling the products we use and where our money is going. By supporting smaller, independent brands, we can promote greater competition and give consumers more choices. The personal care industry is a single example of how a small group of investors holds immense power, limiting competition and choice. This alarming concentration of influence over the everyday products we use may explain the industry's lack of regulation. But it's not just personal care. This concentration of power affects other sectors of the economy, limiting opportunities for smaller businesses and new entrants. As consumers, we must be aware of who's controlling the products we use and where our money is going. We can make a difference by supporting smaller, independent brands and demanding transparency and fairness in the industry. By holding companies and investors accountable for their actions and speaking out against unethical practices, we can drive positive change. It's important to question the decisions made by these companies and ensure that our voices are heard. We have the ability to make a difference and promote a more equitable industry. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope it has opened your eyes to the truth behind the personal care industry.